everyone, and welcome to Radiant Love's Love Talk. My name is Angel D. Thomas, and I am the founder and CEO of Radiant Love, which was established in 2017. Radiant Love exemplifies the power of boldness, beauty, and self-confidence. I want to encourage everyone to be the best version of themselves. Y'all be bold, y'all be beautiful, y'all be you. So tonight's Love Talk is dedicated to reaching out to someone that you love. After Love Talk, I'll challenge everyone to reach out to a loved one and tell them that you love them. Tell them that they matter. Tell them that they're worthy. Tell them that you see them. So that's the challenge of tonight after Love Talk, to reach out to a loved one and tell them how much you love them. Y'all, guess what? Love Talk also added an added bonus. Make sure that y'all are tuning in and paying attention all Love Talk, because one lucky viewer will log out tonight a winner of our trivia question. So stay tuned and pay attention. And the comments will be on at the end of Love Talk, so make sure y'all are tuned in and paying attention. So joining us tonight on Love Talk is Sean James, who is the owner and creative director of Dada Toe Apparel. Let's add him on now.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey,
Hey,
how are you today?
I am doing good. How are you?
I am awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you so much for being a guest here on Love Talk. Y'all, this is my cousin. I just got to tell y'all that. yes. Yes. And before we get started, tell everybody where you're tuning in from.
So I'm tuning in from a cold tundra, Minnesota, Minneapolis, Minnesota is where I'm at right now. And just to kind of briefly correct you, it's Dotado Apparel is the name of the apparel line.
Dotado, and I had it written down as a reminder. Dotado, Dotado.
Dotado, yes. No worries at all.
I got you. Okay, so y'all, this is Sean James. So I'm just gonna tell y'all a little bit about him. So Dotado, correct? Dotado.
Correct. That's correct.
So Dotado Apparel provides quality apparel that reflects the positive aspects of life and celebrates talents through its artistry and edgy designs, spokespersons, and hosted events. Launched in 2011 by Sean James, Dotado also seeks to honor and elevate Black fashion and bring legitimacy and respect to Black designers.
Yes, that is correct.
Welcome to Love Talk. So growing up, you came from humble beginnings, and luxury and designer brands were things that you simply didn't have. So you decided that you would fuse your creative side with your love for apparel and create your own line. So how did not having the luxury or designer brands growing up push you to create your own line?
Gotcha. Yeah. I grew. So originally, I'm from New Orleans, Kenner, Louisiana, which is outside of New Orleans, Louisiana. Growing up, fashion in the Black community is almost like this. Like it defines you as an individual. And luckily, I would say I'm blessed that I had kind of elder statesmen that knew how to dress in suits and knew what quality apparel was about. So as a kid, I knew what quality was, but I was limited to access to it. And unfortunately, as I grew as a young adult, having access to it still was limited because of price. And for me, that always was like a hard spot for me to accept. So in that, my love for fashion and my desire to want to wear it kind of brought me to this crossroad of designing apparel that I could wear, and that met the same fashion and met the quality that I was looking for in clothing.
And I must say, your quality is amazing, because you did send me some of the joggers that you have, the tights that you have, and the quality is amazing. So I must say the quality is there. It is definitely there. And after you created the brand, you fell victim to doubt. And 13 years later, you successfully launched 3 t-shirt lines, which was in 2011 is when you launched those. And I know all too well about putting things aside because of doubt. And I'll go into telling my story another time, but Love Talk and Radiant Love was put on the side because of doubt. So when did you realize that doubt would no longer have power over you?
Oh, man, it probably manifested. I'll go back like the inception of my clothing line is 2011, but believe it or not, that brand or the idea of a clothing line existed like in the late, actually early 2000s. And what always held me back was just the doubt that I could ever achieve that the level of quality that I wanted. And part of that it was fueled by, I guess I want to say more or less not having the knowledge of the industry and not having access to what and how things are created. So a lot of it was me having to go and get the education to, to be able to control that quality that I was looking for. And I'm sorry, could you repeat the question? I just want to make sure I'm answering you correctly.
When did you realize that doubt would no longer have power over you?
Yeah, so that would be exactly, the moment when I realized that, the moment I realized that my dream wasn't, I didn't want my dream to die. So I had to, it was that moment. So it was a moment when it's kind of hard to really explain. It was almost like a click that was like, this has to happen, or, I'll miss the opportunity.
Yes. And a lot of times we hold ourselves back. We are so in our head that we have so much fear and doubt that we hold ourselves back. And all we have to do, I always say this, and reading and getting education, I'm always hearing fear is normal. Everybody is going to have fear and going to have doubt, but you have to do it with the fear, do it with the doubt, and don't let it consume you. So that's what I've learned. That's what I've learned.
Yeah.
So,
and that is so true.
Could you offer to someone that has a vision but has allowed doubt to silence them?
One, I would face that fear, just like you said. I mean, because at the end of the day, it's really like it's basically making something that's not real. But what I would say is get whatever education or whatever knowledge that you need to get in the field, or whatever passion that, I guess the obstacle that you have in your way is to get the education in that subject. And for me, it alleviated all the doubt. Anything past that point was just a challenge, and it was a challenge not to cause fear. It was just a challenge that, okay, in order for me to make this next step the right step, I know I have knowledge of it. So the knowledge is the power of it all.
Yes, and we have to educate ourselves. We have to. That is super, super important. And Dotado Apparel, I'm saying it right? Dotado.
Yes, you got it on point. You got it on point.
So Dotado Apparel encompasses several aspects of fashion, including men and women, tees and hoodies, casual wear such as polos, tights, and joggers, and sporty biking apparel. And Dotado Apparel encourages you to dare to live every day in whatever fashion aspect you choose. So could you in detail explain to us the importance of daring to live every day?
So again, me addressing the clothing line is actually probably a manifestation of my inner self. So for me, it was this thing of not being stagnant, or not being stuck is I guess the best term that I could use. And in order for me to move past that being stuck, I had to live. And some of it, it's having the audacity to dare to live. So most people will like, oh, I want to do this, or I have this, I want this end result, but they don't dare to make that next step. So it's a little bit of being your own cheerleader and your own coach at the same time. So the idea behind the brand is also to speak to people who are afraid to try to step out of different fashion brands, because most of us are kind of locked into the basic, the major fashion houses, but there are a ton of, independent fashion houses that are, probably not mainstream, but has the same quality. And like I said, I would like to put myself in that category of having quality and even the same amount of passion as the bigger fashion houses. So with that, yes, that's where the daring to, live is trying to get people to step outside of their normal, constraints.
Yes, I absolutely love it. And going back to me learning new things and doing my education on things, a lot of motivational speakers that I'm listening to are saying exactly what you're saying. Do it.
Yes.
Do it. Step out and do it. And another Love Talk guest told me this. Okay, he said, and this is just about opening your mouth and, asking for things. if you ask somebody for something, if they say no, how can it hurt you? If they say if they say no, what can you lose? And if they
And I
say
was going
yes,
to
you
add
have
to that.
everything to gain. So I just
Yes.
love that you have to dare to live every day. I love that.
Yes.
Dare to live
Yes.
every day. So when it comes to the title, you pride yourself in creating a fashion line, and we just talked about this, that challenges the way Black designers are that challenges the way Black designers are typically pigeonholed into introducing only urban brands. Because like you said, we're sometimes just stuck in this one category. And you notice in absence of Black designers and have become driven to make the title a major brand apart from the typical designer brands. So how does the title set apart from the typical designer brands?
So I guess in a sense that that story won't be, I guess that component won't be understood until, I guess the lifespan of the brand gets to meets the goal that it has set. So ideally, my again give you a broader sense of where the goal of the title. I want to be able to meet every person at a stage in their life. So like if you're a young adolescent and you're into the joggers and the t-shirts and jeans, I want to be able to meet that individual. But that same individual 10 years from that point, maybe looking for a job and, want to have, casual apparel. I also want to be able to have that brand, my brand, be able to represent that space as well. And that individual will grow up to be a young adult and will need a suit. I want, that individual to trust that the brand, the quality that they had when they came into the brand, that they'll have that through the lifetime of their life. And unfortunately, that process won't manifest until, again, people engage with the brand and we grow to that point. And I'm highly, positive that will happen.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So make sure that y'all support him. Where can people support you?
So my website is dotadoapparel.com. So that's DOTADO apparel.com.
Yes, and make sure
and
that
I'm
y'all
also
follow.
yes, and I'm also on Instagram at Dotado Apparel. I'm on Facebook at Dotado Apparel and Tumblr. And I think I may have a Pinterest page, but not as active on Pinterest as I should be.
Gotcha. Make sure y'all support him, and I'll post that all on my page as well. And you have also collaborated with a fellow New Orleans and hip hop artist, Jay Electronica. That's right, Jay
Yes.
Electronica. Yes. And you created the dopest, and it's arguably, I can't even say the word, arguably the dopest the title project, which is the Electronica Project, 1,000 Kisses to the Haters because they made me greater t-shirts. So
Yeah.
you collabed with him and created those t-shirts. So what was the experience like collaborating with him?
So the illustrious one, Jay Electronica, is probably the most intriguing individual that you could probably ever meet. But to add to that, the most genius individual that I know as far as the MC, and that's giving him credit where credit is beyond due. But working with him, I mean, it's fairly easy. I think he and I have like kind of kindred souls in the sense of like how we move through life. I would say that he does it well more than I, in the aspect of just being more free. So like I being victim to doubt and such like fear or just a lot of other issues, that he's manifested his life in a way of like daring to live sooner than I came to awareness of it. So working with him was pretty easy. I mean, we go back pretty far. I think from high school and actually past high school to elementary school, but our lives were kind of woven in this weird pattern in the aspect of, elementary school, it was years apart that, we were like not in touch with each other. High school came about, we got kind of reconnected, but I only saw him in passing in high school, but we've always had this kind of connection of friendship. And with that, it just made things a lot easier,
Gotcha. Makes a lot. And he's kind of before my time, but I do know of him. But I definitely know of him, but he is kind of before my time. And,
and I would suggest that you do listen to his music, because for someone who isn't aware of him, the iconic, status of him is amazing. For somebody who has probably entered the game in like a short amount of time, has accrued like a status that, it's almost like, again, it's almost like this magician type, essence to it. So I would advise you, if you haven't checked out his catalog, to definitely check it out.
I'm definitely gonna check him out, and I'm gonna let you know about it. I'm definitely
All right.
checking him out. Definitely. And you are also an intense motorcycle rider. Let me just put that out there. Your hobby is to ride motorcycles, correct?
Yes, I do.
So his hobby is to ride motorcycles
and cars. So I'm anything gear, like car related, automobile, motorcycle. It sparks my interest. I'm a gearhead, I guess you probably call it.
Gotcha. So you are an intense motorcycle rider, and you created the premier Dotado leather riding jacket, which was inspired by your bike lifestyle. So
yes.
How long have you been riding motorcycles?
Ooh, so this story goes back to when I was a kid. So I probably was riding motorcycles probably like 8 years old. So there were kids in the neighborhood that had like dirt bikes and three-wheelers. My mom, probably she would kill me if she hears the story right now. So never wanted me to touch those things because they were dangerous. But as a kid, I would jump on my friends' dirt, three-wheelers or dirt bikes and ride them. And so I've been riding since I was a kid, probably a few years in between high school and college. Not so much, but I picked it up probably right after my daughter was 10 years old. Maybe I may be off on that, but I've always been riding and familiar with motorcycles.
Yeah, and my husband is a dirt bike and four-wheeler fanatic. He loves those things. He loves it, loves it, loves it. And my mother-in-law is like your mama was. I don't want you to ride it. None of that. So again, y'all, his hobby is riding motorcycles. So
yes.
How does your passion fuel your fashion that you infuse into Dotado?
Oh, I mean, everything about my brand is almost like a weave of things that I enjoy and passion. So the idea of Dotado actually kind of spurred from my company, Gifted Compositions, which is a graphic design company. Basically doing logos for people and working on people's ideas for other t-shirt lines. It just inspired me to kind of want to channel that energy into my own project. But again, like I say, Dotado has been I don't want to admit this, but it's been a long time in creation. 2011 was when it was birthed into the world, but everything about it was a connection of myself. So the jackets were definitely this inspiration of one, trying to find a jacket that fit me. Every time I would go to the store, it was always these brands that kind of fit a crowd that wasn't me, in the aspect of, not my taste. So I wanted to develop a taste that was defined by me, and in hopes that people would connect to it. So the leather jackets was like this perfect combination of Gifted Compositions designs and Dotado's need for a leather jacket.
Yes, make sure that y'all check it out. It is on his page. It is awesome. And I just want to tell you this, everything, like your creative design, your creativity and all of your pictures is amazing. How your jackets coincide with the bikes and the cars. It is amazing. I just want to tell you, it looks like you put a lot of thought and a lot of effort into it. So it is beautiful. I love it. And Dotado celebrates life, the good aspects of life, and also the good aspects of life in general. Passion, inspiration, and dedication. So what does passion, dedication, and inspiration mean to you?
Ooh, it means everything. For me, it's like the essence of life for me. So if I don't have any of those things, life just does not feel connected. If one of those things are missing, it just feels like I'm just moving to be moving and not really in connection with my purpose. So I guess to better answer that, yes, all those have to be in connection to define my purpose. And again, my purpose of this clothing line is to, one, satisfy my creative spirit of creating things, but it's also connecting, like, say, my passion. things that I need to make my passion move forward. So with the motorcycles, I like to be protected when I'm wearing or riding my bike. So I want to have apparel that protects me. And my brand is a way of creating something that can protect me and, so on. So anything that I do related to the brand, it's usually this connection of those components to move into, a specific purpose.
Yes, without a doubt. So tell everyone again how they can support you.
So yes, please visit the website, dotadoapparel.com. I have a clearance page where I'm trying to meet people at a certain price point to just get them connected to the brand. So yes, dotadoapparel.com is where you can go to support. But you can also follow us on Facebook. I'm open to discussion with individuals. I'm always looking for collaborative opportunities with musicians, promoters, event organizers, individuals like yourself, who are willing to interview and help push the brand out. Because again, without people like you in this world, I think a lot of us would die on the vine. So it's truly a blessing that this opportunity is here.
Without a doubt. And you are always, always welcome here on Love Talk. And I want to tell y'all, the quality is there. The quality is there. So y'all make sure that y'all do support him. And when it comes to support, y'all, you don't always have to financially support someone. Share
Amen.
this post.
Thank
Share
you.
The post. Like the post.
Yes.
Yes. Tell someone about it. Y'all, we have to support each other because we are all we got. So support. Check them out. Tell someone, like, share, comment, because the quality is there and it is awesome. So, Sean, my philosophy is be bold, be beautiful, be you. I literally say this all day. I encourage it to everyone, and I have cards that I pass out to everyone that says be bold, be beautiful, be you. So what is a philosophy that you live on and stand by?
So it's definitely dare to live every day. I believe that any opportunity that we are graced to receive breath, to wake up in the morning, there's definitely an opportunity to change something, and that, God is giving you something, an opportunity to either learn something, impact someone's life. But again, in being given that breath, you have to dare to take that step and make whatever happen, or being open to receiving first, but then daring to be active and engaging and making something happen. So it's definitely daring to live every day.
I absolutely love it. Dare to live every day. I write all my guest philosophies. I type them up and post them on my wall. So I'm definitely typing it up, posting on my wall. And I want to encourage everyone watching.
Yes.
Dare to live every day.
Dare to live every day. Every day.
And I also, yes. And I also, like in the beginning of Love Talk, encourage everyone after Love Talk, I challenge y'all to reach out to someone and tell them that you love them. Tell them that you see them. Tell them that they are worthy. That's the challenge after Love Talk. So guess what, y'all? Y'all dare to live every day. And Love Talk has also added an added bonus. So at this point in time, I'm going to turn the comments on. I'm going to type up the trivia question, and one lucky viewer is going to log out here with a prize. So I'm turning the comments on. I am going to type the trivia question. I am typing it and I am posting it. The question is, what is Sean's hobby? What is Sean's hobby? I said
somebody out there got it.
Type it in the comments. Type it in the comments.
Type it in. You gotta type it in.
Riding the Motorcycles, hair by Chelsea Lee. Yes.
Yes.
Chelsea, you are the winner. Chelsea, y'all have to get those fingers quicker. Y'all got to type faster than that. Chelsea, you are the winner. So, cuz, let everybody know what Chelsea has won.
Yes, Chelsea, you are the winner. You're the winner, I should say.
So, what did she win?
Oh, yes, you win the Rebel sweatshirt. So it's the Houndstooth Inset sweatshirt. Lady size, so definitely get in touch with Angel and let her know your size, and we will get that to you.
Yes, 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 yes. I just want to thank you so much for being a guest here on Love Talk. At this point in time, I'm opening up the floor to you and the viewers. If y'all have any questions, say anything. Y'all can ask any question y'all want. And cuz at this time, I'm opening up the floor to you to say whatever is on your heart.
Oh, again, speaking to that point of supporting each other, it's not necessarily the monetary contribution because, again, you know, the way I've set up my company, it's, yeah, you know, money is required to run things, but it's not designed. The purpose or the intent of my company is more of a humanitarian endeavor. It's to be able to create resources for families, you know, and I'm a big proponent of mental health. So forgot to add that component in the aspect when we're talking about daring to live. It's also addressing that mental health component of life, of people battling with, you know, depression, low self-esteem, and those qualities. And again, not things that were, I guess, probably part of my childhood, but I guess life experiences kind of like deterred me a little bit to increase that doubt. But trying to empower individuals to be brave and being aware of that and moving past that.
Yes, I absolutely love it. And that's a reason why I'm telling everybody, I'm challenging everybody to reach out to someone today after Love Talk and tell them that you love them. Oh my goodness, I love it. We have a question.
Yes.
How did you come up with your name and your logo?
Oh, okay. So the idea of Dotado Apparel came from, initially I wanted to name the clothing line Gifted because that's always what I've been called throughout my life. Well, actually through college, I was called Gifted. That originally was supposed to be ghetto inspired for tessellating and Tyson designs. And I just felt that that was way too complicated and confusing. So my love for Spanish was in high school. From my freshman year, I had a Panamanian teacher, Miss Bryant, and probably the most intimidating woman on the face of the earth. She was at least about 6'4", tall woman, but just big. But she always like encouraged us to be bold and like assertive. And I realized there was this point where in college I was probably like my third year in Spanish class, and something just told me like, oh, your name is Gifted. Like, what does Gifted mean in Spanish? And that connection came from there. So it's basically connecting my name or my nickname into Spanish, which is Dotado. And that's how the name came. Yes.
Wow. Oh, yeah. Somebody said, I'm reaching out. I love you, cousin.
Yes, I see you.
Yes, love, love, love. And oh my goodness, my train of thought, I just lost it. I just lost my. I had a question for you. Oh, tell everybody where you're from again. Where you living right now? Where you tuning in from?
Okay. So originally from Kenner, Louisiana. My father, father was from Vacherie, moved to New Orleans, then moved to Shrewsbury. So kind of have that whole southern Louisiana kind of on lock from Vacherie. I want to say. So yeah, from Kenner originally moved to Minneapolis in 1994 for college, and have been here since. So got married, had a daughter, have a stepson, but have been here. Since then. My daughter is now attending Xavier, Louisiana, which is like one of the most serendipitous of things in life, because I would have never assumed that she would have moved to New Orleans, but it's almost like, things have come in full circle.
Yes. Well, I didn't know she was at Xavier. She definitely have to reach out. I'm in Houston, but she have to reach out to her cousins and let them know that
yes,
she's there.
And I'm constantly encouraging her to do that. So it's something that she's aware of. And just like me, she's an introvert. So I'm trying to work those not to say bad, but those qualities out of her.
It's okay. She can still come around, and they watching they're watching Love Talk. So me and Brian, Deanna, y'all reach out to y'all cousin. I'm gonna reach out to her too from Houston. Caleb said, Xavier stand up. That's right. Xavier stand up. You. Yes.
And truth be told, if I wouldn't have left New Orleans, XU was where I was gonna go. My brother and my sister both attended there. So.
That's right. Caleb, Chelsea, and my mama attended that. That's right. Xavier stand up. So again, cuz I just want to tell you, thank you so much for being a guest here on Love Talk. Like I said, you're always, always, always welcome. And y'all make sure that y'all support him. Check out his brand. Check him out. Y'all share, y'all tag, y'all comment, y'all post. And we're gonna just continue to just support each other. Deanna
Yes,
said cousin.
yes,
Yes. And this is
yeah.
my cousin, y'all. This definitely is my cousin. My grandpa and his dad are brothers. So
Yes.
I just want to again thank y'all for tuning in. Congratulations to our trivia question winner, Chelsea. Y'all make sure that y'all
And Chelsea, make sure you post those pictures, cause
definitely post them and tag them. Post them and tag. So y'all
yes,
make
sir.
sure that y'all continue to just be bold, be beautiful, be you. I'm challenging y'all after Love Talk is over to contact someone that you love and tell them how much you love them. Whoever it is. It can be more than one person, but that is a challenge after Love Talk. Thank you
And
again.
I'm gonna kick it off right now. I love everybody on this feed right now, and may y'all have a blessed night, and continue to live and thrive and dare to live every day.
Yes, I love you, cuz. We're gonna leave on that note. Y'all be bold, y'all be beautiful, y'all be you. Good night, y'all.
Good night.